Welcome to Retirement Decoded with your host, Scott Tucker, where we break down the complexities of retirement planning to give you clear, actionable advice. Whether you're just starting out or getting ready to retire, Scott's here to help you make informed decisions and secure your financial future. Tune in each week as we simplify the process and decode the path to a stress-free retirement. Now, here's your host, Scott Tucker.
Welcome back to the podcast, Retirement Decoded with Scott Tucker. I'm your host, Scott Tucker. That's for me, Andre. My associate advisor, Andre Hootie, is with us again on the podcast. Say hello, Andre Hootie.
Hello, Andre Hootie.
Andre Hootie, you've missed the last couple of podcasts. We had Max filling in for you.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, huh?
Or else we have you filling for Max. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I'm not sure which. I think he was filling in for me.
The chicken or the egg?
The egg.
The egg and chicken? I don't know. I'm
not sure anymore.
Not sure. Our question today for the podcast, the Retirement Decoded podcast, comes to us from Laurie. Laurie says, Andre, I'm thinking about starting a new Roth to put my sinking funds in over time. So sinking funds, that's sort of like a Dave Ramsey type of phrase. And the sinking funds mean like I'm saving up for the roof's going to go out or the roof's going to go out. I don't know. Something's going to happen. Transmission's going to go out. The roof's going to blow off. Mm-hmm. Not really sure. And so, Andre, when Laurie says, Andre, I'm thinking about starting a new Roth IRA to put my sinking funds in over time. Sounds like we're trying to make one account do two things.
Kind of, yeah.
It's a retirement account, but we're trying to use it to save up for a new Buick.
Yeah, that sounds like more of a savings account and kind of short-term.
Just because you can, Laurie, doesn't mean you should. Let's see here. This question goes on for about 10 sentences. Andre, are you surprised?
No, not at all.
They usually do. So Laurie says, Andre, I'm thinking about starting a new Roth IRA to put my sinking funds in over time. I already have a few other Roths at different custodians. Why all these different Roths at all different custodians?
Why make your life harder?
Yeah. And Laurie, because what happens, you can make a mistake. You could end up contributing. I'm not sure of Laurie's age, if she's still working or not. She didn't tell us that anywhere in these 10 sentences. But you could make contributions to two different Roth IRAs at two different custodians, and never the two should meet, and they don't catch your mistake.
Yeah.
The IRS could, though.
Yeah. Oh, they can.
They can catch your mistake.
And they will penalize you for your mistake. They're not going to miss a beat there.
So Laurie says, I already have a few different Roths in different custodians. This Roth IRA will be just a money market account. Well, why just a money market account? Why use a Roth IRA as a sinking fund for a future expense and then just have it in cash?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, sure, I guess it's the tax-free growth on the other end of it.
Yeah, because if you had money market in a non-qualified account, a non-retirement account, of course you'd be incurring federal and perhaps state income taxes depending upon your state.
Right, exactly. It's just, I don't know. I think there's a lot more wrong that can go in doing it this way than right.
Laurie continues, Andre, the sinking fund will be around $60,000 in total. It'll take a few years to get it all in because of the $8,000 annual limit. So now we know that she is age 50 or older. Mm-hmm. Or else she's misinformed.
Yep. Let's hope she's 50 or older.
Better to be 50 and older than misinformed. Andre, the sinking fund will be about $60,000 in total. It will take years to get it all in because of the $8,000 annual limit for those 50 years of age and older. I feel this will let me sleep at night, ? Knowing I have it all available if all heck breaks loose. Now, to have it all available, she's telling us now that she's 59 and a half or older.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's got 9.5 years older in this conversation. I'll sleep at night knowing I have it all. Well, she could have it all available immediately in a Roth, though, because the principal contributions at any age are available penalty free. It's just the growth that isn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But she says, okay, knowing I have it available if all heck breaks loose. Andre, in the last few years, have you seen all heck break loose?
Oh, yeah, a few times.
How many times a year?
I don't know. 3 minimum.
Oh, boy. Knowing I have it all available if all heck breaks loose and separate from other money, not to mention tax-free. Oh, boy, there's a lot there. If she withdraws it before age 59 and a half, not all the money coming out of the Roth IRA may be tax-free because of the potential growth.
Yep, exactly.
And the penalties for early withdrawal under age 59 and a half. But it'd help a lot, Laurie, if we knew your age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Laurie, you can always go to tuckerretirement.com. At tuckerretirement.com, see our phone calendar, click and pick a time that fits your schedule, and we will spend 15 minutes for free with you over the telephone in the coming week with one of our financial planners. My question is, Andre, since I would start a new Roth IRA, would the 5-year rule be applied even though I have other Roths? ? Oh, just a what do they call it? A barrel of fish hooks? Mm-hmm. Yeah. If so, any workarounds to what I am thinking of doing? ? It might not be a concern since it'll take that long to get it all in anyways, and the rest of the $60,000 sitting in a taxable money market account or non-qualified account would be used if something happens before the 5 years. Hope that makes sense. I'm just thinking while I'm typing.
Yeah. Well,
I guess you are thinking while you're typing. Mm-hmm. This just seems like a lot of trouble to go through. Is the juice worth the squeeze, Andre?
Debatable.
I think you're just doing a whole lot of backflips, Andre. I think you're doing a whole lot of backflips, Laurie, for no likely benefit.
Yeah, I'm still confused. If you already have Roth IRAs, why make life harder and make more Roth IRAs?
Well, and that's another idea there too. If she's 59 and a half or older, do you have earned income?
No.
You cannot contribute, two C words here. You cannot contribute to a Roth IRA without earned income from either you or your spouse, equaling the amount of the total contributions. Or the other C word, you can convert. Now, you could convert IRA to Roth at any age, in any amount, at any income, but I think she's talking about putting more money in Roth IRA. And Laurie, a thing to think about is the Roth IRA was created for the purpose of tax-free saving and investing for retirement. It wasn't for a sinking fund.
Yeah.
So you're trying to make it be something it's not. Andre, can you change a tire with a hammer?
No. I mean, you can try, I guess.
I mean, I guess you could have a tire iron and then hammer one side of it and get it to spin.
Yeah, when there's a will, there's
still got to have the tire iron, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you what. Do people come up with? Do you think we get gag mail now? The jokes and
sometimes yeah, it feels.
Sometimes it feels like that. So, Laurie, now that we've deeply offended you, if you put money in a money market. I'm confused with this sinking fund thing, and it's going to take a number of years to get to 60,000. Why is the number 60,000 significant? Are we saving for a vehicle?
Yeah, it seems like a very specific number.
Are we saving is it for a new pool, in-ground pool, Andre?
I hope not. That's a sinking cost.
Oh, it could be worse. Is it for a boat?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Your finances will definitely sink after that.
I don't know. I don't know why it's 60,000. I don't know why we're so concerned about the taxes. I mean, I don't like taxes. That's weird. So we're done with Laurie. So now it's time for story time. Andre, when I was in the Navy from 91 to 96, and one of my duty stations was at USS Theodore Roosevelt, CVN 71, as longtime podcast listeners will know. One of the places they sent us, I was just talking about the tire iron, made me think of this tire iron and the hammer. Mm-hmm. Not really any financial advice from this point forward, but it's why not tell some stories? I think stories, other people's stories, I enjoy quite a bit, and this is fun. So they sent us in, I think it was May of 95. We were, so they call it a med cruise. So you go from Norfolk, and you'd say, well, it's a med cruise. Are we going like Club Med? Are we going the Mediterranean? Mm-hmm. We're going through the Mediterranean. And then you go through the Suez Canal and the Red Sea and the Straits of Barbara Mandrel, however you pronounce that. And then you're going through the Indian Ocean and the Straits of Hormuz and hope the Iranians don't mine your ship. And then you find yourself in the Arabian Gulf, not the Persian Gulf, because if it was the Persian Gulf, it'd be Iranian waters. And no, they are international waters. That's why you call them the Arabian Gulf. And plus, we're more friendly with the Saudis than the Iranians. Iranian. Tomato.
Yep.
Depends. And then, so one of the countries that is friendly with the United States is United Arab Emirates. And what people may not realize is the reason why one of the major reasons why the United Arab Emirates are friendly with the United States is because they're afraid of the Iranians. And the United Arab Emirates, although they have Shiite Muslims, it's primarily a Sunni Muslim country. And the United Arab Emirates an emir is sort of like a king. And so United Arab Emirates, there are 7 kings, 7 Emirates. And so the United Arab Emirates, there's 7 of them there. And it used to be colonized by the British. And so there's a lot of English spoken there. But the Sunni Muslims are fearful of the Iranians. They're Shiite Muslims. So it's like we're both Muslim and we can't agree on which kind is the best kind. It's sort of like it's like Catholics and Protestants.
Yep.
It's sort of like Ireland and Northern Ireland.
I was thinking the same thing.
It's funny how in the Christian faith, thou shalt not kill, and actually that goes to the Jewish faith, the 10 Commandments of Moses and all that. But so the United Arab Emirates. This is back in 95 because I'm 52 and years ago when I was there, I was 22. Oh, 30 years ago. Wow. And so the United Arab Emirates, what they were doing at the time, this is back in 1995 dollars, and this is carefully worded, every Emirati citizen who was an adult male got $40,000 per year, $40,000 US per year. Plus a free house and free education for the kids and all that. So,
wow.
So the problem there is you've put the entire country on welfare.
Yeah.
And so the Emirati citizens that are male, that are adults, they get $40,000, no job, free housing, and free school for the kids.
That's a little too much.
Well, it might be like getting today $80,000 probably.
Yeah.
And a free house and free school for the kids, and you have no job.
Yeah,
and so okay. Out of this adult population in the United Arab Emirates, who does not get the $40,000 or $80,000?
The women.
The women get no money.
Yeah.
So the woman has to marry a man to have an income, unless she wants to go work, which is difficult to do in the UAE.
Yeah.
And then she gets to have the kids, and then they get to have the kids go to school for free, and they get a free house. And so when we went there in 95. We went to Jebel Ali, is where the oil tankers pull in. And so we were on a carrier, and so the UAE is the only country that we were allowed to go what we call pier side, because we go to Israel, we had to anchor out because they didn't have a port big enough, deep enough, whatever, for a carrier.
Right.
But the UAE, they had a deep enough, big enough port because they have all the oil terminals and stuff.
Right.
So they had us pull in Jebel Ali where the oil terminals are. And one of the Navy Morale, Welfare, Recreation, and NMWR, Navy Marine Corps Welfare Relief Organization, whatever it was. There was a fund that the Navy would put money into, and then they would sell us tickets, and our money would go into, it'd be a greatly discounted amount, because we weren't making much anyway. Right. So the Navy would foot the bill for a lot of it, and they say, hey, if you guys want to go on this tour, put in $20, whatever, and go on this tour. So one of the tours available was called the Hada Mountain Trek. There's the Hada Mountains in United Arab Emirates, and it was a really cool tour. But one of the things we did is we went on these guys, and this is back in 95. These are not sold in America anymore. The Toyota Land Cruiser. Have you ever seen that?
I have. Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet SUV, and now it's not sold in the American market anymore because Toyota wants you to buy the Lexus. I think it's the LX470 or something. But the Toyota Land Cruiser was just great, and so we had like 4 of these Emirati guys. Each of them pull up in a brand new Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm like, okay, guys, we go on the tour. And they were like 40-year-old guys. And they all had like these pretty expensive SUVs. Yeah. It's not a Toyota 4Runner. This thing's really a real deal. Right. And they put like 4, it was room for like 4 passengers plus the driver in each of these, and we went off-roading and on these giant sand dunes, just huge sand dunes. And I grew up in Michigan. I'm used to some of the bigger sand dunes. These things are giant. And so to grip the sand dunes, they have to let half the air out of the tires. So they let half the air out of the tires. We have a heck of a good time. Up sand dunes, down sand dunes. We even they took us someplace where there was like but then the problem was, so they let half the air out of the tires, and then they stop somewhere, and then there's like some Bedouins or whatever, like, who wants camel ride? So we get camel rides, and like, okay, that's cool. We get pictures of camels and stuff. Like, okay, back in the truck. But there's like a couple of guys speak English, and the rest of the guys are speaking Arabic, and they kind of, even the English wasn't that great. It was kind of okay because the English had, or the British had colonized that area before, and also they listened to BBC, the BBC radio. They listen to BBC in English over there.
Gotcha. Oh,
So it's interesting.
I would have never thought.
Oh yeah, and this is back before like Dubai, which is also in the United Arab Emirates. Dubai, before Dubai got really developed. This is before then, you know.
This is like when it was still all desert out there.
It wasn't all desert, but the city of Dubai was much smaller.
Yeah,
Much smaller.
those pictures, like the progression of it, those are crazy to see.
Yep. And so then they so we get the pictures of the camels, then we go do some more sand dune stuff, and then they go, now we go to the Hada Mountains. But now they let half the air out of the tires, but they didn't have an air compressor. So we're driving all over like half a day with these half inflated tires on these nice trucks. And then they take us to like some place where the water of like these creeks or streams, whatever, in the Hada Mountains, these rivers, little mini rivers, kind of creeks, they had carved into the stone of these mountains. And these mountains, there's no sand, there's just stone. And so there's all these beautiful rivers that are carved into stone. And then every so often there's a swimming pool type of thing. So they have these cliffs that are maybe 15, 20 feet above the water. And then the water's like 30 feet deep. And it's like a little pool you can swim in. But none of the Emiratis know how to swim.
Oh, really?
So they just pull over like, hey, guys, you know how to swim? We're like, yes. We're in the Navy. We had to pass this in Navy and Marine Corps. There was swimming tests to get through boot camp and stuff. Yeah, we know how to swim. Oh, here you go swimming. And like they were told to bring towels and sunscreen and stuff. So we, you just jump like 20 feet into these like 30-foot deep swimming pools in the middle of nowhere. And then like our driver's name was Mohammed. Surprise. There's like 4 or 5 of these trucks. And like our driver's name was Mohammed. And that comes into the story later on. And so they couldn't swim, but they were amazed that like white guy, black guy, fat guy. Well, we didn't have fat guys back then, did we? Back when America was America, back in 95, and we had fitness tests. No, there's like white guy, black guy, Mexican guy, Chinese guy. They're like, all these guys, they're all American guys. They're all jumping into the water and they all can swim. And they were just amazed at this. Now, some of the guys could do like freestyle. Some of the guys could do backstroke. Some of the guys could tread water. Some of the guys do the sideways. What's that side crawl thing you do?
Oh, I don't know. The butterfly? No,
I don't know.
No, that's not the
there's like a crawl one you can do. And then there's like a breaststroke, and they're just amazed at all our swimming. So they're all standing up there. They're just like, we're their entertainment system. There's like 20, 30 of us, whatever, jumping in the water, getting out, jumping back in, and they're seeing us tread water. And they're like, you could tell they're just like enamored, like, wow, this is cool.
Right.
And then, okay, guys, we get back in the truck if you're done. So we get the towel off, we get back in these trucks, and they got the AC blasting because it was like, this was 95. It was May, and I think it was it was either 95 or 105 degrees. I forget which.
Still hot.
It was hot. And they go, now we go to lunch. And so we go to this like resort place in the middle of nowhere that was mostly gringos, mostly non-Emiratis and stuff. And just a lot of white people mostly, and a lot of foreigners, expatriates maybe you could say. And so we go to like this like golf course resort hotel place. And we had the amazing lunch, and there's like Americans and British and stuff in there. Like, oh, this is cool. And then, okay, guys, done with lunch, back in the truck. And then we go on these half-inflated tires. And then they're like, okay, we go back to the ship. And we start going down the highway. And the highway is like 2 lanes each direction, a little median, you know?
Okay.
And it's like 100 degrees out. We have these half-inflated tires, and we get going, and we're going for a good half hour. One of them's pop.
Oh, my God.
Well, thank goodness we had 4 or 5 trucks.
Right.
And so our driver, Mohammed, goes, it was our truck. And our driver, Mohammed, goes, oh, no, flat tire. And he pulls over. And they won't let us do anything. They're like, we take care of it. But here's where we learned their education system may not be the best.
Oh.
They didn't know how to change a tire.
Oh, my God.
So Mohammed's like, okay, and you get in the trunk, and they get all the stuff out. They get the wheel out. They get the jack out. They get the tire iron out. It all looks like it's going to go great. And then they start, you know, Lefty Loosey, Ready Tighty?
I do.
They made me doubt that. They put the tire iron on it. They start turning it to the right.
Oh, God.
And we're like, I'm like, I don't know. We knew each other from the ship. I'm like, I don't know. Did that look right to you?
No, maybe they do.
Well, then that's what I'm thinking. Like, did the Toyotas that are shipped here, do they go not lefty loosey, ready tighty? Is this something different over here?
Yeah.
And so we're like, and then we're like trying to explain to Mohammed, like, Mohammed, doesn't it go lefty loosey? Lefty loosey doesn't translate when his primary language is Arabic. No, lefty loosey. Here, you want us to change it? Oh no, I have it. So then one of the drivers, one of the Emiratis, holds the tire iron, in place.
Yeah.
And then Mohammed gets on it and he starts jumping and bouncing on the right hand side of it. And I'm like, Muhammad, you're gonna break the lug nut. And then of course break the lug nut. Lug nut also doesn't translate to Arabic.
Yeah, I don't know how you.
And then so what we did, so we had four sailors, Marines out of our truck. And so Muhammad goes, it's okay, guys. I have gas. I have air conditioning. They come back for me later. And so we left Muhammad in the Land Cruiser with he had most of a tank of gas and he had air conditioning and had water. And the rest of us just piled into the other Land Cruisers and we just took off. And poor Muhammad, for all I know, he's still sitting out there.
He's still waiting for that pickup.
Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. I guess, Laurie, this goes to show. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yep.
I don't know what it goes to show. I just thought about that changing your tire with a hammer. This silliness.
Oh man.
Well, you've wasted yet another 20 perfectly good minutes listening to the ramblings of a short bald man, namely yours truly, Scott Tucker. That's our associate advisor, Andre Hootie. Get on our phone calendar, 15 minutes for free in the coming week with one of our financial planners. You didn't get to hear from associate advisor Max Ren today, for instance. So get on our phone calendar at tuckerretirement.com. At tuckerretirement.com, you can see our phone calendar and you can pick a time on the calendar, and we'll spend 15 minutes for free with you over the telephone in the next week. Laurie, we can even get maybe your questions answered, your answers questioned, because I'm as confused as you are now. So that doesn't feel good, does it? Go to tuckerretirement.com and we'll talk to you in the coming week.
Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc. has a strategic partnership with tax professionals and attorneys who can provide tax and or legal advice. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions. A Roth conversion is a taxable event and may have several tax-related consequences. Be sure to consult with a qualified tax advisor before making any decisions regarding your IRA. The views and opinions herein are those of Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc. and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of AE Wealth Management, LLC. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AEWM and Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc. Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc. is an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. AEWM does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc. are not subject to investment advisory requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Scott Tucker Solutions, Inc.